Welcome back. We're here at Contoy's Auditorium at City Hall in Burlington with a special event coming up this weekend. And joining me right now are Alex Morrow and Miles Jewell from Armadillo Collective. But you're working as independent artists for the city with a special project that I think a lot of people are going to relate to because it's about last year's total solar eclipse. First, what is going on tomorrow that's going to be filling this auditorium here?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we're going to essentially have it's called Vignettes of Veiled Light. And what will happen is we'll show short video vignettes that were recorded leading up to the eclipse and during the eclipse, as well as community storytelling and live music. So there'll be a live score done to the video vignettes.
That's pretty cool. So live music and stories from the eclipse. But people, when they walk into City Hall, I think are going to see some special artwork and also some special stories that I think they might have seen if they were, say, tuning into our WCX broadcast during the eclipse.
Yeah, so we put out an invite to area artists to submit artwork that was created to reflect on the eclipse or artwork that they had perhaps created when the eclipse was coming to Burlington. And so you'll see that artwork displayed in the lobby of Contoy's. And then there's also a video wall with various perspectives of the lead up, including a screen of WCX footage.
Yeah, we remember you. So you were tagging along with us kind of in the lead up to the eclipse. What was it like to see all those different perspectives, you know, not just ours, but, you know, community TV and things like that of people preparing to document history effectively?
Yeah, I think there's always this interesting thing when you're trying to prepare for something that's happening. There's so many different ways to tell a story and so many different perspectives on how that can happen. And so being able to kind of enter into all these different worlds, right? Like town meeting TV, WCAX, how are students understanding this? How are, you know, community businesses preparing for it? Just makes you realize the, dare I say, like totality that is like trying to understand understand existence. Yeah. So.
And what is it like to have live artists, you know, setting a live soundtrack to these vignettes, you know, 1 year afterward, as people might be, you know, remembering them again?
Yeah, I think for us it's a way to kind of de-center sole authorship and invite people in to contribute. So Tom Pirro, Bob Wagner, Josh Weinstein, Connor Young will be the musicians. We have a great lighting team, Leggy Lights. BCA supported us to pull this event off, great staff there. You know, if you can invite all these people in to kind of do what they're really good at, and then we'll get a whole view of this, and that's also why we sent out probably anywhere upwards of 15 different camera operators on the day of, so you kind of get a taste for that. A lot of folks are coming to kind of put into the event so that it really becomes this kind of look at the, you know, the eclipse from the community's perspective.
And when you're putting together all of these perspectives, what was the goal ultimately of the event? Was it to try to capture what it felt like, or was it just to try to capture different people's perspectives individually?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a response of listening to the material too. You know, we amassed 32 terabytes of footage, which is an incredible
That's a lot.
amount. And to have people like come in and specifically just sit through, you know, a start to end 30-minute film feels a little bit different than inviting people in to experience in all these different ways. And so we're just grateful to have so many partners and people who are showing up that say, like, yes, we do want to revisit this moment and we want to do so creatively and come together around something yeah, larger than us. So.
And how can people do that tomorrow? So if people want to show up from the community.
Yeah, so we'll have a reception in the lobby for the artists from 4 to 6, and then at 7 p.m. it will be the show. The 126 is here, so big shout out to them. And then essentially there'll be a little bit of a rhythm to the show, a video vignette, a storyteller. Some of those storytellers are May Nagusky, Karibu, Kenroy Walker. So it's kind of like a multidisciplinary night.
And we'll have the information about that on our website, WCX.com, so people can find that. Again, that's happening tomorrow night right here in Contoy's Auditorium. Thank you both for joining us, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, please come.
Go.